Today we're taking a day-by-day look at how a Facebook campaign that was just launched to a brand new audience is generating real estate leads. You will see how the campaign was created, the split testing involved, the adjustments made, the ad copy used, and ultimately the results. Let's begin. Hey Time It, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Question of the day, do you want to see more case study videos like the one that you're about to see? Let me know in the comment section down below. I've done a few of these case study videos and you really seem to enjoy them, so I'll be sure to link them down below. Like those other videos, this campaign that you're about to see was launched to a cold audience. So this is not a warmed up audience, a custom audience, lookalike audience, or anything like that. This is a brand new cold audience. And the campaign that we're launching is the Just Listed campaign, which is included in my Facebook Ads Mastery for real estate leads. So I encourage you to check out my course, which you'll find this ad copy along with over 20 other ad copies that you can use for your Facebook ads. All right, so we're 2 days into this campaign. We launched this campaign January 22nd, a little bit before 2 p.m. Central. So today is January 24th. And we are checking in on some ads. As you can see, we did a good amount of split testing. So far, we don't have enough data. Let me go over to the ads section. We are 48 hours into this. This is a retargeting campaign based off of the people that have shown interest. As you can see, there's not any results at the moment because we don't have all that much ad spend to garner a good reach over here. So this doesn't surprise me that we haven't reached anybody yet, because when you go to the clicks, we really don't have too many clicks. When you see the results, however, let's check those out. We see that the no interest ad set produced 2 leads, and then the renters produced 2 leads, and then first time home buyer did 1 lead. Zillow and Trulia as an interest produced 1 lead, and the one that has gotten zero so far is the house hunting interest. And this is a retargeting one. Soon it'll start getting some audience, but it will need to run for several days in order for that to happen. All right, we're looking at the link clicks so far. You can see 12 link clicks, we had 2 leads, 10, 2, 7, 1, 7, 1. The frequency, it's not being shown to the same people all that often, so we could up that if we wanted to, but that's what the retargeting is all about. So you see the click-through rates. They're fair click-through rates. I'm pleased with the click-through rates. I am expecting, let's see here, I'm expecting leads here anywhere from $4 to $6 based off of this type of campaign. The thing that's going to drag this campaign in general is the home isn't in an area that most people are aware of. So this particular home is in Providence Village. It's not all that known. It's in between 2 larger cities, Denton and McKinney, north of Frisco. And if you're not in the DFW area, that means nothing to you. But what I'm communicating here is that it's a city that most people aren't going to be aware of. So if it was in another area, then yeah, it would jump out a little bit more. As a reminder, since we are running a housing ad, we start from a 15-mile radius. That's our beginning. In the past, we could get very local and do start at 10 miles and then reduce it down based off of excluding areas geographically to where we could drill down into pretty much neighborhoods, but that's no longer the case. So just a little bit of a backstory on I'm okay. Would I like to see better results? Of course. Would I like to get all of these leads for nothing? Obviously. But so far so good. This is about 48 hours into it. I meant to record yesterday as well, but I completely missed on that. There were some other things that I needed to take care of and that were pressing. However, after 24 hours of running your ad, you want to come back and make sure that your automations are working. You want to make sure that all the connections that you have are working. So with this particular campaign, I have the lead form, which is the same lead form for all of these, being connected directly to KV Core via Zapier. So Zapier is making that connection from the leads that come into the lead form, the ones right here, they get pushed over to Zapier so they can get the email and an immediate text as soon as the lead comes in. And then if I'm in an appointment or I'm filming, doing whatever I'm doing, as I have some time, then I'll give the call. Then I'll give the leads a call. So far, we've been having good success. All of these are valid numbers. Typically, you're gonna have either somebody give you a bad email or a bad phone number, and then automatically you get something rejected. But I can safely say with these, I haven't had any rejections so far. That doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. It just means that's what's happened so far. And I'll do a further breakdown as we continue on this campaign. This is the first day, this is the first 48 hours that we've run this campaign, and these are the results that we're seeing so far. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. All right, so let's see how we're doing. We are on day 3 of the campaign. We launched it the 22nd. And it's a little bit over 11 a.m. on the 25th. I think you can see that, right? And let's see what we have. All right, so let's go from results down. We see that the renting interest has 3 leads in at $4.16. No interest, 3 leads. So I believe the last check in this had few to 0 maybe leads. I need to go back and check that. But we have 3 leads with that interest. First time home buyer, 2 leads. House hunting, 2 leads. And Trulia, Zillow and Trulia is on the board with 1 lead. And this one, the retargeting, we have not received any impressions. So we're not getting enough engagement from this campaign. So either we need to increase our budget or we need to rework the ad copy. I don't necessarily think that it's the ad copy. I think it has more to do with the ad budget. Not enough people are going to the form and not submitting. So I'm going to make an executive decision right now, and I am going to pause that, and I'll show you what we're going to do as a retargeting to do just that, retargeting. But I'll show you that here in a little bit. Let's review our numbers a little bit more to see what type of edits we can make to enhance the campaigns that we're working with. Let's go to the ad level, or let's not. All right. Okay, so far we have, let's see, what's our click-through rate? Our click-through rate is over 10% on the no interest, which is good. And house hunting is the other one that has over 10% of a click-through rate. So I'm okay with that. I like that. And then our laggard here is Zillow and Trulia, which makes sense. It's costing us a considerable amount. So far, just with 11 leads isn't that big of a sample set. So I'm going to let this go one more day, and then I'm going to make some serious modifications to this. I would have liked to see some some audience run away with it. Meaning if I had 6 leads here and maybe 2 leads for the rest of the campaigns, then the decisions would be a lot easier. But if I remember correctly, the no interest had little to no leads last time. So unfortunately, this is 24 hours after the fact, and I should have watched that before I recorded this, but you live and learn. So I am not going to make any adjustments to it right now. What I am going to do is making sure that I am targeting who I say that I'm targeting. And what I mean by that is I'm going to go to edit and make sure that I am hitting the interest that I labeled them as. So as you see here, You see renting, that's correct. So we're going to go to the other one, retargeting. Well, even though we're going to rework this, I want to make sure that I at least highlighted the correct custom audience, which I did. So it's engagement from the lead ad. And then what is this? First time home buyer. First time home buyer. Again, I'm just making sure that I label these correctly because I don't want to be making decisions on something that was a clerical error on my part. Zillow Trulia and must also. Okay. And then no interest. Where are we? So no interest. And just as a recap, check out ad set may get 0 leads. So we can already tell that that's wrong. I mentioned it at the in the other video, I believe. So I just wanted to verify that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna adjust for this. I still want to retarget, but we're not getting enough people hitting the form. They're clicking through, but we're not getting enough people hitting the form, going to the form and not submitting their information. Either they go through and submit their information and there's just not that many people left. But based off of the amount of clicks, there are a significant amount of people that still owe us their information. So what we're going to do is going to create a custom audience real quick. Going to go up here, go to audiences. We're going to create an audience. Go to custom audience. We're going to go to Facebook page and check this out. Everyone who has engaged with your page. Now, what we had done in the past was everyone who had engaged with our form. However, what we're doing now is we're going to look at this particular audience. We're going to look at this particular page and only go back 7 days. So far, we have 3 days of data that paid traffic that's coming to our Facebook page from this particular ad. The custom audience that we were retargeting in the Cambridge audience is what I called it. It was based off of the lead form, people that were specifically opening the lead form and not giving us their information. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the entire page and do just 7 days trailing. It's going to capture people that are not necessarily the audience that we were looking for, but it's going to broaden it enough to where we should be seeing some engagement with people that recently were introduced to our campaigns. And the geography is going to help. So it's going to be that 15-mile radius that's going to isolate it. And it shouldn't be bad at all. So we're going to do 7 days. I don't necessarily know how long I'll keep this campaign going, but for sure we know that it's going to go about, with today it's going to be day 4, tomorrow's going to be day 5, so at least 5 days. So 7 days is good enough to work with. Okay, now I'll move myself, create the audience. Now we're back here at the audience manager, and this is the ad set that I just turned off. So if I click here, you see that it's the retargeting audience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this because I still want the same ad, the same message, everything to be okay or the same, but I want to audit or change the audience that I'm targeting. So we're going to take this out and we're going to go with 7 days. I'm going to copy that. All right, so that's good. Housing, everything else is good. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to paste that. Take this out. That audience that we just created. Okay. And publish. All right, so we're on day 4. Let's check out our ads. We are here at the ad level. And let's see, we have 3 leads from a no interest. We have 3 leads from a first-time home buyer, 2 from house hunting, 4 from renting as an interest, and then 1 from Zillow and Trulia. This one, I believe, is the one that we shut down yesterday and created the new audience. And unfortunately, it still has not reached anybody. And the reason for that is because it was approved this morning. So as of this recording, I tried to delay as much as possible, knowing that we created it yesterday and I wanted to show that to you. However, I am on a video upload per day schedule, and this one was scheduled to go out today. So I delayed as much as I could. So I have to shut this down, edit it, and then upload it. So if you're watching this as soon as it's published, January 26th on a Sunday, then this was concluded this morning. So unfortunately, I can't delay on this one any longer. I don't have another video that I could do in the enter. So my apologies on that. I may do, if there's enough interest, let me know in the comment section down below if there's enough interest to do a follow-up on this one. So you see it in action, I can certainly do that for you. But at this point, time is not on our side, or at least my side, more specifically, so I do need to get this video out. However, I will show you the adjustments that I'm gonna make and let it run a little bit longer, so you have that visual and how it works. And then also I'll show you the ad before we finish here. At this point, oh, I almost forgot the numbers. We have 13 leads at an average of 664. So it's a little bit more expensive, and I detailed a few reasons why that was going to be a little bit higher than, let's say, a price drop ad. A price drop ad is more powerful. It just is. But at the same time, with the new listing, you're not going to go into the market and immediately price drop it just so you can say price drop. Even though that's those ads work so much better. But anyway, all right. So we have 13 leads. Of these 13 leads, 2 were bad. 2 were straight up bad. The emails were bounced back, and the phone numbers automatically went into the disconnected line. Of the 11, I was able to connect with 5 as far as getting people on the phone. One of them told me to never call her back, but she didn't say anything about emailing, so she's still in the automation. And then 6, it's a good email, it's being delivered, and it's a good number, as the phone is ringing and it's going to a voicemail. Now, if it's theirs, I don't necessarily know. However, those are showing good signs, and everyone's still in the follow-up sequence, so they're still in it. All right, so that is the breakdown. We spent $86 on this particular campaign to now, and let's shut some of these things down. We have enough data specifically for this type of property and ad to make some decisions. So at this point, let's see, what do we have here? We have the Zillow and Trulia just listed. We can actually shut that one down. There's no need for us to continue doing that, so I'll go to the campaign setting and shut that down. So we're gonna take that one out, and then this one's going to eventually start being reaching out to some people. I mean, I'm hoping, I'm refreshing frantically to show you that, but it was just approved, so it's not gonna work that fast. So again, my apologies on that. We will keep the renting interest on. The house hunting, this is a prime example of knowing what your results are versus the cost per click. I see a lot of individuals out there thinking that the cost per click, the CPC, is the end-all be-all. This is a prime example of that's not the case. If we were looking at this straight from a CPC standpoint, cost per click, this one would be a no-brainer, and the results, verify that, if you will. But if we were just making the decisions from a CPC standpoint, we would turn this off. However, if we were just making this decision from a CPC standpoint, cost per click, then we would leave this one on. And you see that it's not outproducing the others. So that's why whenever you're running, let's say, a traffic campaign, a conversion campaign, have a way for you to measure your results. See what's working, how it's working. Specifically on a conversion campaign. A conversion campaign is designed for you to keep measurement of what's actually converting. That's what a conversion ad does. It keeps track of it, but it also helps you grow your campaigns exponentially because it identifies those conversions and goes out into Facebook world to find you some other profiles that are subject to convert as well. So on this one, we're going to turn off Zillow and Trulia. And at this point, I am going to go ahead and turn off house hunting here and leave the other three on for a while longer. We do have a contract on this property already. We'll be reviewing it tonight, and it's incumbent upon the sellers, if they want to sell, based off of the contract that we have, and a few showings today as well. So we'll see of how long we'll continue running this. However, that is the update to now. But before I forget, let me come over here and shut those down. All right, so we're gonna turn this one off. And then we're going to turn this one off. All right, so let me just highlight those once again so we can go back to the ad, and I'll show you the ad copy. All right. All right, so the ad copy that we're running, let's first start with the first ad copy. It's the one that they were seeing at the beginning. It's nothing too fancy. It's a short copy. You see, just listed, see it before it is gone. And then giving a bit of details about the property here, and then a call to action. It's very straightforward. It's very effective, as you can see. And then the lead form goes straight into essentially the MLS description. Gives a little bit more details about the property once they click over to the lead form. All right, so this is the ad copy, and I included an image of the front of the house, which is a beautiful house. It shows well, especially when they receive the additional details. So this is the ad copy. Again, I'm kind of biding time so you can see it. And then I'll show you the other ad copy. The other ad copy is the retargeting copy, which is a little bit more specific. Did you see the inside? This home is too good to pass up. This updated home is the one you've been waiting for. Click learn more for all of the property's features. So this is that retargeting ad showing the property once again, but this time notice that I did a carousel ad where I'm showing the property a little bit more. So I'm showcasing more of the property. I include the same image because I want to remind them this is a home that you looked at some point here online, which it'll help bring that back to memory. But also, I'm a little bit more direct on, hey, did you see the inside? So essentially, they're gonna know that they're being retargeted, or they're gonna see it as very serendipitous that, oh wow, there it is again. It's everywhere, but it's not everywhere now because it was just approved. Anyway, as you can see, I'm a little bit bitter about that. We'll let that go. So as far as this goes, I've been hearing from you. I see the comments. If you want to see more videos like this where I go through the progression on how to create it, showing some updated information or updated videos as the days go on, let me know in the comments section down below. It appears like that's what you're wanting to see, but I just want to make sure that that's indeed the case. Well, this has been how to get real estate leads using Facebook ads. As you can see, some of the ad sets produce leads for less than $5, while other ad sets produce leads for more than $5. At the end of the day, I do hope that you learned something new, and if you found value in this video, please be sure to subscribe so we can talk again soon.